What is going on, everybody? We are talking today about fitness influencer Joey Swoll and how he has been canceled by the woke mob for his transgressions of dressing up as Hulk Hogan. Now, as you all know, we covered this story last week. Hulk Hogan, at the age of 71, sadly passed away due to cardiac arrest. Obviously.
Brother. Shout out to Hogan.
No, shout out to Hogan, exactly. Obviously, Hulk Hogan, and I don't know, I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but he's probably, I don't know, do you think this is wrong to say? He's probably, like, I don't know, the most famous, if not one of the most famous for sure, but he might be the
Definitely
most famous.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's above Kane, I think he's above The Undertaker, I think he's above Triple H.
He's been in, he was one of the originals to truly, like, actually start acting, and even though they were not the best performances, you know, he had TV shows, he had reality shows, all
I think
that
he gave
stuff.
good performances. I mean, from what I've seen anyway.
I mean, he was just a part of a lot of 80s gimmicky.
Yeah, he's synonymous with the 80s, of course.
You know?
But
Yeah.
and that's why, like I said, I'm a kid of the 90s. So when I watched wrestling when I was a kid, obviously Hogan was already not really
his
involved
NWO
in that,
days, man. That was my viewing age, like his NWO days, which were awesome.
But obviously, as I was saying, Hulk Hogan passed away last week, 71 years old. R.I.P. to him. And Joey Swoll, who, if any of you are not familiar with, Joey Swoll is a pretty famous influencer when it comes to the gym space. He calls out bad behavior, and he calls pretty much just he wants.
He talks about gym etiquette all the time,
yep.
and proper way to handle certain situations, yada yada yada.
And I think he's normally pretty consistent. You know, I think he just calls out bad behavior. But unfortunately for him, he wanted to do an homage to Hogan, and he wanted to dress up in this Halloween costume as Hulk Hogan as a kind of RIP thing. And of course, because Hulk Hogan, although he has a very storied career, and although he's done a lot of charitable things, and although he's probably overall a very good person, Hogan did at one point say the gamer word. So that means that everything Hogan has ever done is out the window, and it doesn't matter anymore because he said one bad word one time in a private conversation, and he had views that don't really go with what is, you know, supposed to be. And of course, that means that Hogan never did anything good in his life. And unfortunately, Joey Swoll here, who is a guy who is supposed to be a very big person, a very accountable person, and a very, I mean, the dude's built. I mean, like, but it doesn't matter because he is caving to the woke mob. And
he represents, he represents strength. He represents somebody who is morally strong too. With
Joey Swoll is supposed to he's supposed to represent, like, I guess, the alpha male or whatever like that, and he's supposed to. Also, I hold myself to higher standards. I hold other people accountable, yada, yada, yada.
Kind of guy.
But he's never really got, and this is interesting, he's never really gotten super big criticism. And it's like now he's gotten some pushback because he did this. Not because of anything, because he dressed up as Hulk Hogan. And now he's just done a complete 180. So let's take a look.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon.
And that's his first problem right there. You can't get defensive. You don't try to explain to these people anything. You ignore it and you just move on.
Person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done.
What horrible things did he do? What horrible things did Hulk Hogan do besides saying the gamer word? Hulk Hogan, obviously, he's one of the biggest 80s stars there is. He's raised probably millions of dollars for charities. He's obviously, I mean, I think he saved a little girl's life the one time. He's obviously, I mean, overall, he's a cultural good. Now, I condone
He
going
has
around.
his hand in a lot of charities.
Mhm.
He does a lot of stuff. He Make-A-Wish. He's done stuff with.
Yeah.
He's a lot. He's worked with a lot of different charitable
Now,
places.
do I condone him saying the gamer word? No, I don't. But does that mean that every good thing that Hulk Hogan has done in the cultural zeitgeist, or just, in the private charities and all that stuff, everything is out the window now because he said the gamer word? That negates an entire life. His entire
And
life is
honestly,
gone because he said one word, one time.
I think that's the bigger story right now. Is it's the cancer culture, man, and this is just a prime example as to why it's just awful.
Yeah.
Because this man has basically felt that he was so pushed in a corner that he had to apologize for this, apparently. And it's just he's apologizing for what? Like you stated earlier, like what is he apologizing for? For dressing up like Hogan a long time ago, and
He's apologizing as Hogan said the gamer
because
word.
Hogan is canceled, so I guess now you know what I mean?
And you
Like
know what?
because come
Hulk
on,
Hogan has already apologized for that too, but it's not enough.
yeah,
It will never be enough. That's
not
why you
enough.
never can apologize. Don't ever apologize because it will not be enough.
Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that man has done.
What horrible
Which is
thing? What horrible things? What horrible things other than saying the gamer word? What horrible things?
way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down and I apologize to anybody.
See, I think if he had any real evidence about this, he would just come out and say, oh, I learned this about Hogan, this about Hogan, this about Hogan. But you can't do that. And you know you can't do that because you know overall Hulk Hogan was a cultural good. Did he have his faults like he is acknowledged? Yeah, Hulk Hogan had faults. Everybody does. But to think an entire life can be broken down into your 1 or 2 or 3 mistakes, I mean, come on, man. You are supposed to be better than this. You are supposed to be physically stronger, mentally stronger. You have no problem calling out everybody else. But once somebody calls you out, you completely fold and crumble. You got to stand by your convictions, and you can't apologize to these people. These people don't care if you apologize or not. They want to see you destroyed.
I just wanted to check some things, and I did some Google researches, and just like a lot of people, especially in America, man's been through divorce. He apparently committed adultery, stuff like that.
Ooh.
Um,
And that's between him and his wife,
yeah,
or
but
his
that's his
ex-wife.
personal life matters, and
I don't condone it, but again, that's not.
whatever happens, they handle that. Yeah, that's
Hmm?
their civil matter. To
I
make it seem like this guy has
I
been
don't think
canceled and he's the devil and
I don't
he's
think he's
evil,
talking about
anybody
the
who supports
adultery.
or talks to him, that's I mean,
I think
what else?
he's talking about the
That
gamer word. That's what he's talking about.
But
He's
it
not.
can if it's literally just that, it's so unwarranted. Come on, like somebody is not the devil because they use the word in a very inappropriate
Somebody
manner.
said that to me. I was working at the time, and somebody I worked with, he said, I think Kobe Bryant was evil because he cheated on his wife. And I was like, dude, that's between him and his wife. I don't condone that, but to act like, and this was right after Kobe Bryant passed away, and I'm like, to act like Kobe
Throwing
Bryant
stones at glass houses,
wasn't a
man.
cultural good because he cheated on his wife, which is, that's not great. But
Yeah,
like,
throwing stones at
do,
glass
do,
houses.
do you not?
Everyone's perfect apparently,
He
yeah.
was a great ball player. He seemed like a good person. He seemed
Again,
like a
another
good
person that
father.
worked with charity,
So,
worked with
yeah,
kids, did,
yeah.
like he did a
You
lot
know,
for his
he's
community.
not a perfect. No, nobody's Hogan is not a perfect person. Fine, I'll accept that. But like, come on, man. I mean, this is just pathetic. It really
But
is.
the problem is nobody's calling him even a perfect person, and everyone is just
No.
so up in roars because they
Well,
don't want him
did you
acknowledged
hear what he
whatsoever. I'm
said
like, listen,
15? Did you hear what he said
yeah,
15 years ago? Well, did he
yeah.
apologize for it? Yeah, it doesn't matter if he apologized. It's like, come on, man. Like, get out of here with that.
That I offended. I am sorry.
Yeah.
Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term.
Dude.
I mean, I think it definitely has to do with what's the meaning behind. Like, do you actually mean something when you say
What's
it
the
that
difference?
certain way? Come on now,
What's the
that's.
difference? Explain to
I
me the
don't think
difference. Come
there's
on.
anything insulting, or
Come on,
there's
man.
nothing intentionally or insulting if somebody said it that way. I don't think they mean it a certain way. I think people take it a certain way. And again, that's the problem. Like I don't it's an unnecessary take. There's no malicious intent.
I got nothing to say. Like I'm really just like I'm just stunned.
A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and
To
said,
certain people.
But do you think
To
it's
certain people,
Do
it's not
you
okay.
think that now that you've capitulated to these people, do you think your apology is going to matter? And that's the problem. Your apology will never be enough. Don't do this, Joey Swoll. You should have just pressed on. You kept the post up and moved along. People would have forgotten about it. People would have slandered you anyway. It doesn't matter. When you're on the internet, there's always going to be people who like you. There's always going to be people who don't. But you can't apologize for every little thing you do. Like this is just, I mean, this is pretty weak beta behavior, if I do say so myself.
I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards.
The problem is it doesn't matter if you hold yourself to the same. These people are not playing by your standards. They're playing by theirs. So it doesn't matter what you say. This apology is enough for them to just cancel you forever. They're going to write you off now. And by doing this groveling apology, everyone who would have stood behind you is now going to backtrack away from you. So now you've done even like now you're losing both sides of the aisle.
To me, and then also a big if is who, or a big situation of that is variable, and is who are you being accountable to? You know, because accountable to me and you, it's wait, you're accountable for what? You didn't do
He
anything.
doesn't have to be
But
accountable to me.
accountable to other people, it's oh well, you definitely did something wrong. You need to blah 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 blah. You know, it's like wait a minute,
I'm not
hold
up
on.
here saying I'm Mother Teresa
Why
either.
do you have to
know.
be accountable if they don't agree? Again, I never understand why people don't understand this. We don't have to agree on everything. There are certain things that are definitely taboo, no-nos. We should not be partaking or saying or doing anything of certain things, but for the most part, it's okay if we don't agree. We can have different opinions. We don't have to kill each other because we have different opinions.
Well, he's not doing himself any favors right here. That's all I can say.
I am human. I am still growing. I am still learning. And I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
Yeah. See,
Thanks for your apology.
See, I think the problem with him is Joey Swoll is trying to be a unifier, but there are people who don't want unification. They want destruction, and they will cut you down. So this is his response here. He has two of them. We're going to read both of them. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired do great things in their life and paid forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. Which a lot of people are saying, again, this is pretty weak too. From, this, and I like Joey Swoll. I do. I don't like to see him going through this. But it's like, dude, this all happened because you backtracked on something and you decided to apologize when there was no reason to. All you had to do was say, listen, I like Hulk Hogan. I know he wasn't a perfect person, but I grew up watching him. He was a big inspiration for me. He's a big inspiration for gym culture. And I acknowledge he's not perfect, but I want to honor the man's legacy. And I think the good far outweighs the bad. And that's all I got to say. Or this is even better. Just say nothing.
I was gonna
Just
that's
say nothing.
Like,
yeah.
dude, you don't have to explain why Hulk Hogan was an important part of your encouragement to do what you did.
You're just paying an homage to the guy, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody's offended by that. We acknowledged this last week. Hulk Hogan had a couple controversies. So what? Who cares?
He was a part of what I grew up watching on TV when I was a child, and a lot of core memories included him.
And for his transgressions, his mistakes, he apologized for it. And if that's not good enough, then it's not good enough. That's it. And then fine, I'll leave it there. I'm not going to keep groveling. Hey, I shouldn't have cheated on my wife. That was bad. Or I shouldn't have said the gamer word. That was bad. But to act like this guy never did anything good. I mean, that's just insane to me. Most of these people, while his body's still warm, by the way.
Yeah.
So this was his last response, and he hasn't posted anything since this. Joey Swoll says, a lot of people upset with me calling me weak and a quitter or worse. They're not wrong and I deserve it, but just so we're clear and you can walk a mile in my shoes, they sent messages telling me they know where I live and they were all going to unalive me, which I don't doubt that. There's a lot of extreme people on the internet.
I believe he definitely got messages like that.
That's fine. I can handle that. It's not the first time. Then they went after my girlfriend, my business partner, and they found my sister's number and text messaged her, which again, listen, I've said this multiple times. We've said this multiple times. I don't think there's anything wrong with having online beef. I think sometimes it's good for the algorithm. Sometimes it generates content. I think a lot of people do it just to stir up trouble. You don't take it in the real world. Really, do not take it into the real world because that's insane. Let's see. That made me furious and disgusted with people. I lost it. So yeah, maybe I am done with social media or need to take a break and get my head right. But I will say there are so many incredible people being supportive and telling me how much I've helped them to be stronger and keep fighting. And I believe that too. I think Joey Swoll, just like Hulk Hogan, is a positive good. He's a net good for gym culture. He's a net good for just being better in society, which is why
I enjoy viewing his messages regularly. Yeah, I've watched plenty of his videos.
Which is why this is so, I think, disappointing to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone, even those giving me a kick in the ass, telling me to stop being weak and a quitter. You need to hear it once in a while. I just need to breathe. Yeah, why don't you, maybe you should go take a break for a little bit. But I just want to get into it again. Main problem, don't apologize to these people. Just don't do it. And this comes from that umbrella guy. Everybody knows I love that umbrella guy. He's one of my favorite content creators. And I think he's right. Joey Swoll proves you never apologize online. Why? It's never enough. It's not about Hulk Hogan or even Joey Swoll. It's about people online. Read the comments. The same folks that demand an apology use it to pile on. And that's sad too, because how do people grow or learn? And that's the most important thing, because you can't. Once you do something wrong, once you mess up one time, it's over for you. The cancel mob comes and you have to grovel at these people's feet, which I just don't find necessary. I don't think Joey Swoll has anything to apologize for. Hulk Hogan proves that. He apologized. He apologized, and people are like, I don't accept your apology. It's not good enough. Oh, you said the gamer word once in private. I heard you do it. So it doesn't matter what you. This guy could like move a mountain, or he could carry an entire town on his back, out of some like tsunami or out of some pyroclastic flow. It wouldn't matter because they'd be like, well, you might have saved all those people, but what about that time you said the gamer word? It's like, dude, I can't. It's like, don't apologize to the mob, folks. That's gonna be my final say on it. Duke, anything?
Yeah. Get stronger.
Don't be weak. Don't apologize to the mob. Yeah. If you're in controversy,
stay firm.
Ignore it and keep pushing forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't backtrack on your morals and your beliefs, man. If that's really what you believe, okay, do what you got to. But I don't think it is the way that you're trying to make it.
And if
you're making it too weak.
If you want to apologize, then maybe you should. But if you don't, and somebody's trying to pressure you into doing it, never ever do it. Don't compromise yourself.
There's other. I'm sorry, but yeah, especially with all the other personal stuff that was happening, which should not be happening. But you could resolve that legally through the legal system. You know, you don't have to again banter to this nonsense because that's crazy. But anyway, let's get to that next topic.
All right, yeah. Well, that's going to be it for us on this one. Joey Swoll, I hope to see you make a comeback. I hope you get your head right. I would illegitimate non-carbundum, and maybe
sure you
just
redefine that message.
Maybe just take a week off or something. But yeah, please like, subscribe, share, comment down below. What do you think about Joey Swoll? And do you think he's a positive good, a positive bad? Do you think he's irredeemable? What do you think about Hulk Hogan? List it out there, and we will be back in our next segment. Later.